Yo, what's up, boys? Before we get started today, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing videos.
Lockpicking has been a part of gaming for decades, with an early example being advanced Dungeons & Dragons Hillsfar, which is very primitive compared to modern games, such as the Fallout series or the Skyrim series of games, with their admittedly basic systems of lockpicking, where you just move a bobby pin and turn. Compared to other games like Ryzen 3, which is much closer to doing a real lockpicking, new Bethesda games have all went from having a difficult and pretty good system like in Oblivion, where you can see the individual pins, like in Ryzen 3 or Sleeping Dogs, which keeps it simple but is still very detailed. A problem with Bethesda's new games in regards to lockpicking and lockpicking only is the plain old simplicity, as you can't even make an attempt on any lock above novice difficulty unless you level up your lockpicking skill, such as in Vault 111 in Fallout 4, where there's a gun in a glass case where you need to have master lockpicking.
Lock tight.
A perk you can only get once you're level 18, and also requires a perception skill of 4 to even have the choice to get the trait, which gives you the ability to lockpick above novice level difficulty. A much better system would give the players the ability to make an attempt on any lock. Just make it extremely difficult. And if you're good at the minigame, you should be able to crack any lock, instead of having artificial barriers that halt progress. If you compare Bethesda's new system to Ryzen 3's system, you'll see the major differences, such as the camera angle where you can see individual pins and all the detail of the lock. In order to pick a lock in Ryzen 3, you have to set the pins in a certain order, and once you get good, you can unlock any lock by just being good at the minigame. So there is no artificial barriers, allowing pretty much anyone who just puts in the work to be able to unlock anything. A major problem with Bethesda now is that they removed the much better system they had for Oblivion, which is known for being extremely difficult and requiring a whole lot of lockpicks compared to Skyrim. Oblivion also had an auto-solve feature, which would blow through your lockpicks, but it was useful if you were no good at the minigame. Oblivion's minigame relied on you moving your stick or mouse up, and as the pin went up, you would be able to tell if it was going to be slow or not, depending on your security skill. In order to pass through, you had to press the action button when it was at the top. So, if it was a fast one, you would not want to press the action button. But if it was slow, you would want to press the action button, which is a much better system than Fallout 4 and Skyrim's moving a bobby pin around and just guessing. Overall, I would say that Bethesda's lockpicking can be seen as a prime example of why people have started to say that Bethesda is dumbing down their games and slowly putting less and less effort into making good games and pumping out games like Fallout Shelter or The Elder Scrolls Blades. But let's make one thing clear. Fallout 76 deserves Game of the Decade.